A very good evening to one and all. On behalf of the trustees, management, principal, HOD, staff, and the students of SA Engineering College, I extend a warm welcome to one and all in this virtual platform. To know more about our college, SA Engineering College was established in the year 1998 and it is successfully continuing its education service beyond 25 years of excellence. SA Engineering College has taken the forefront of technical education through its distinctly different and carefully nurtured standard. The college is approved by AICT New Delhi and affiliated to NA University, accredited by the NBA, has an A grade from the NAC and also an ISO 9001 and 2015 certified institution. The college believes in the preparation for life ahead in all earnest and provides every opportunity to grow beyond academics. In view of many in-house programs like placement training, value-added courses, workshops, symposium, and guest lecture are also organized to make the student industrial ready. We all have assembled here today to motivate and cherish the young mind present among us. At this juncture, I feel honored to welcome our resource person for today, Mr. N. Akhilesh, third year mechanical student. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll,
Class?
hello, sir.
Sir, you can start, pa.
Okay, sir. Just a
Okay,
minute,
pa.
sir.
Okay, pa. Okay, pa. Audible. Voice is audible, pa.
Okay, sir. Sir, is the screen visible now?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay, sir. Good evening to everyone. Myself, Akilash, third year mechanical student from SA Engineering College. நான் வந்து இந்த எவல்யூஷன் ஆஃப் அன்மேன் ட்ரோன் ஏரியல் வெஹிக்கிள்ஸ் பற்றி இன்னைக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ண வந்திருக்கேன். இந்த ஒர்க் ஷாப் மெயின்லி ஃபோகஸ்ட் அபவுட் introduction of unmanned aerial vehicle, basically known as drone, and various type of drones, and future application of potential and innovation, and role and responsibilities of drone pilot. So evolution of unmanned aerial vehicles. So unmanned aerial vehicle வந்து நம்ம from 1919 to current trend வரைக்கும் நிறைய அப்டேட்ஸ் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. So unmanned aerial vehicle, which is also known as UAV. UAV is an aircraft that carries no human pilot. ஒரு ஹியூமன் பைலட்டோட எந்த சப்போர்ட் இல்லாம ஒரு நார்மல் வெஹிக்கிள்ஸால ஏர்ல டிராவல் பண்ண முடியும் வித் ரிமோட் கண்ட்ரோல் ஆப்ரேஷன்ஸ். இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பைலட் வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரேண்ட் ரிசர்ச் அண்ட் கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பப்ளிக் டிஸ்கஷன் இதை வச்சு கண்டுபிடிக்கப்பட்டது ஃபார் மெயின்லி யூஸ் ஃபார் சர்வேலன்ஸ் பர்பஸ். நெக்ஸ்ட் ட்ரோன்ஸ். ட்ரோன்ஸ் ஓட ஃபுல் ஃபார்ம் என்னன்னா டைனமிக் ரிமோட்லி ஆப்ரேட்டட் நேவிகேட்டிங் எக்யூப்மெண்ட். ஸோ ட்ரோன் இஸ் an aerial vehicle which receives remote commands from pilot through a software automation system. The future is the collection of data, virtual data, and stabilization, agriculture, transportation, and many etc. ஸோ ஒரு யூஏவிக்கும் ட்ரோனுக்கும் என்ன டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் பார்த்தோம்னா ட்ரோன் வந்து ஒரு ஆட்டோமேஷன் வெஹிக்கிள் லைக் without any human pilot or remote control pilot, it can travel by itself. இப்போ ஃபியூச்சர்ல அதோட டெக்னாலஜி அப்கிரேட் ஆகிட்டு லைக் ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ். மீன்வைல் யூஏவி வந்து ஒரு இட் நீட்ஸ் அ பைலட் ஃப்ரம் கண்ட்ரோல் வித்தவுட் அ பைலட் ஆன் போர்டு. ஸோ ஏர்கிராஃப்ட்ல வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 3 ஆக்சஸ் இருக்கு. ஆன் எக்ஸ் ஆக்சஸ் ரோல் மூமெண்ட், ஆன் ஒய் ஆக்சஸ் பிட்ச் மூமெண்ட், ஆன் ஜெட் ஆக்சஸ் yaw மூமெண்ட். These movements are represented in various for movement of the aircraft. From roll movement, ailerons will be functioning. From pitch movements, elevator will be functioning. From yaw movement, rotor will be functioning. இப்போ இதை பேஸ் பண்ணி எப்படி ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆன ஒரு அனிமேஷன் வீடியோஸ் பார்க்கலாம். ஸோ பேசிக்காக ஒரு ஏர்கிராஃப்ட் பார்த்துட்டோம் எப்படி மூமெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. பட் இட் நீட் அ த்ரஸ்ட் டு டேக் ஆஃப் அண்ட் லேண்ட். அந்த த்ரஸ்ட் வந்து நார்மலாக ஒரு ப்ரொப்பலர் இன்ஜினால மட்டும் அவ்வளோ த்ரஸ்ட் கொடுத்து அவ்வளோ ஹெவி வெயிட் பிளேன் டேக் ஆஃப் பண்ண முடியாது. இட் ஹேஸ் சம் அதர் டெக்னாலஜிஸ் கால்ட் ஏர் ஃபாயில். அந்த ஏர் ஃபாயில் எப்படி ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆகுதுன்னு இன்னொரு சாம்பிள் வீடியோஸில் பார்க்கலாம். ஸோ இந்த ailerons அண்ட் ரடர் அண்ட் எலிவேட்டர் இதை ஒரு காம்பனோட் ஒரு ஏர்கிராஃப்டோட மெயின் திங்ஸ் ஃபார் மூவிங். அண்ட் ரடர் வந்து ஜஸ்ட் டேர்னிங்க்கு, அதுக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்கிறது வெர்டிக்கல் ஸ்டேபிளைசர்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அண்ட் எலிவேட்டருக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்கிறது ஹாரிசான்டல் ஸ்டேபிளைசர் சொல்லுவாங்க. இது வந்து ஒரு ஏர்கிராஃப்ட் ஃபாலோ ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்ல காற்றை கிழிச்சிட்டு போகும்போது இட் மெயின்டைன்ஸ் அ ஸ்டேபிள் ஓரியன்டேஷன் ஃபார் த ஏர்கிராஃப்ட் ஃபார் மெயின்டைனிங் த சென்டர் ஆஃப் கிராவிட்டி. ஸோ இப்போ உங்களுக்கு பேசிக்காக ஒரு ஐடியா கிடைச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம் எப்படி ஒரு ஏர்கிராஃப்ட் மூவ்மெண்ட் ஆகுது அண்ட் how it's getting thrusted by the propellers to move into the air. In 1990, a scientist called Rachel Danny, who invented the first unmanned aerial vehicle which can travel which can travel in a track, can't fly much better, but it can travel track without a pilot on board. He named that aircraft as a radio plane. And he was a person after who invented this thing after the World War One. We all know who invented the aircraft. They are Wright brothers, Orville Wright and Wilbur Wright. But அதுக்கு முன்னாடி இந்தியாவில் a person created the aircraft named Shivkar Bapuji Talpet. He is a constructed an unmanned aerial vehicle which is heavier than aircraft. So அந்த ஒரு ரீசனுக்காகவே அவரோட ஏர்கிராஃப்ட் வந்து இட்ஸ் ஃபெயிலியர் மாடல். He created the aircraft in 1895, but it has a successful flight to an exit. Still, it didn't went well. This is the first engine-powered UAV created in Germany. In the engine-powered UAV தான் first world record create பண்ணது up to a height of 400 feet into the air without a pilot on board. Now we are coming to the multi-copter section. Multi-copter surface control are x-axis which controls the roll moment, y-axis which controls the pitch moment, z-axis which controls the yaw moment, which is similar to the uh, UAV. இந்த டயக்ராம் வச்சு நீங்க அனலைஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஒரு ட்ரோனோட பேக்வர்ட் மார்க் பண்ணிருக்கோம். ஸோ ரோல் மூமெண்ட், yaw moment, and pitch moment and altitude moment. So let's see the functions. This is the video about axis of movement of the drone and the control surface.
learn about the other two angular motions of the drone, pitch and roll. The pitch and roll of a drone is controlled by the same stick, and they work based on the same physics. To pitch the drone forward, the front propellers are spun at a lower speed, the back propellers at a higher speed. This creates a different lift force at the front and back, and thus a net torque. Net torque causes the drone to pitch. To roll the drone, the same trick is applied, but to the side pairs. Here, one side pair is spun faster and the other slower. Once again, the net torque forces the drone to go for a roll motion. One interesting thing to note both in the roll and pitch operation is that even though you are changing the speed of the propellers, when you add up the reaction torques produced by the motors, it becomes zero. This is the beauty of quadcopter drone design. They make way for stable drone operation. In the beginning of this video, we saw how to climb a drone. Now, let's see how the drone is flown forward or sideward. Assume you are pitching the drone forward. After you achieve the desired pitch angle, you brought the propeller speeds to the same value so that it won't pitch further. The question is whether the drone can balance here at this tilted angle. The answer is no. To balance the drone, we have to first balance the gravitational force. Suppose the propeller speed is such a way that the vertical component of the propeller force balances the weight. Here comes the issue. The propeller force has a horizontal component as well. Even though the vertical forces are balanced, the unbalanced horizontal force will move the drone horizontally. This will cause a drag force on the drone's body. The drone will increase its speed horizontally until the drag force matches the horizontal force. In short, to fly the drone forward, you just pitch down the drone and balance it vertically. The drone does the rest, automatically moving forward. To get the side motion, the same physics is used. Roll the drone towards one side and balance it vertically. So here's a question for you. Is it possible to move the drone in a perfect circle? The secret lies in the physics of circular motion. Let's shake off the dust and brush up on our basic principles. Consider an object moving in a straight line. When acted on by a force that is always perpendicular to its velocity, the object will turn in a circle. Now, you have the answer in your mind. For example, you can make the drone move straight by pitching it down. Now, if you roll the drone as well, you can easily produce a force perpendicular to the drone velocity. This will make the drone turn in a circle. If you've enjoyed learning about the interesting flight dynamics of the quadcopter drone, why not check out the other videos in our drone series? Don't forget to be one of our supporters. See you next time at Learn Engineering. Flying a drone is
So now I got an idea to how the function of drone works. On screen, you are seeing the world's first drone, which obtained a record of 360 meter, which is designed and manufactured by a scientist called Etienne Omchen, and he named this drone as a Omchen 2. Based on the various principles, we came how the drone works. There are a lot of difference between a drone and the aircraft functions. Aircraft functions due to a lift force caused opposite to the air, but in drone, it produces a lift force to make fly. This is the control system to control both the aircraft and the drone as well. We have shown the yaw, roll, and pitch and throttle section. In left side, upward and downward motion, we can see the throttle up and down, and in the left side, horizontal motion, we can saw the yaw, left and right motion. In the right vertical side, we can see the pitch, up and down motion, and to the horizontal way, we can see rolls, left and right motion. These are two peoples who created the world's first aerially controlled UAV. Their names are, they are known as Good Brothers. Their names are Wall Good and Bill Good. They created this aerial vehicle with the help of a Yagi antenna. They used to carry it along to the aircraft by landing from the ground with the help of another person to operate the aircraft. Let's see a basic aerobotics for controlling an aircraft.
We talk about basic aerobatics and more advanced aerobatics for the quadcopter. We're going to start and get in the air. First thing we're going to do is talk about doing a right or left roll. So that's going to be this direction on the aileron suit. And what we're going to do is as we roll, and we're going to catch with both throttles. So what I mean by that is follow roll, catch with throttle. So if I don't do that, roll, and I keep rolling, so that's a little wider. 3, 2, 1. It's more of a linear with a lot of sideways action. Once again, throttle, throttle, and throttle. Do a front flip or back flip, it's roughly the same thing. We add throttle, forward, and so here we go. Add throttle, flip, add throttle. And once we do that flip order, is pushing forward, and then letting the stick and coming back to the catching it, flip the cyclic stick, and adding throttle. So let's do a little advanced stuff. Let's go and do what we need to do. Show them how to do flips over to the side. But come towards us and just power loop. Take a little bit to do that for us. But come towards us, add throttle, keep pulling back on the other stick on the travel for power back down. So we're going to add throttle, gain speed, add throttle, fall back, and come to the bottom. That's kind of a short loop. But again, you can kind of get the idea. That's how you do basic flip. One more time, adding throttle, pulling over, stop. So come back here to center. And now we're going to string stuff together. We can fly out and have a good time on that top through some real. So wheels and stuff, right rolls, left flips, traversing flips, pirouetting stuff. We're far out here. This is kind of a real basic aerobatics. Kind of 2 stall turns. Pirouette at the bottom. But you can kind of see what my hands are doing. Just adding slight influence at a time, catching it with throttle. It's not a helicopter, so it doesn't float. Using throttle famously hurts aerobatics with rods that you don't carry through. What I mean by that is this: if I throw it low and add throttle, you see that's a very aggressive snap roll. I'm trying to get the other way here. It's really aggressive. You can still make it look cool, but you're still with the ball.
Bro, meeting answer. Hmm.
But these type of aircrafts like a lot of practice to control. I'm just telling this to follow the stick movements of the aircraft. It requires all the four sticks of throttle, roll, pitch, and yaw to control the aircraft simultaneously. Even if you miss a single stick, it causes to a crash. So we require all the four sticks to control the aircraft simultaneously. And for better performance, we also need a gyroscope for controlling. Now we're moving to the next section of types of drones. UAV and drones are similar. There are two types of fixed wings and multicopters. In fixed wings, we can see propeller plane, ducted plane, delta wing, dihedral wing, low, mid, high wings. In multicopter section, we can see single copter, dual copter, tricopter, quadcopter, hexacopter, and octocopter. And there is another thing called VTOL, which is a hybrid version of fixed wing and multicopter. Let's move to the single of the topics. In fixed wing,
Uh,
UAV and drone sections.
so Akhilesh, 1 minute.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
kindly mute KD game, sir. So unmute your, sir, the mute KD game. Students or participations, please unmute. Mute. Sorry. Okay. Akhilesh, you can carry on, pa.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
In the fixed wing, UAV and drone section, the first thing called propeller plane. Propeller plane is exactly how it sounds like. It powered through a propeller, as you can see in the image. These type of things are less efficiency compared to the other propeller, but it can produce more drag and more lift force at the same time based on how we use it. The next thing is ducted plane. The ducted plane are similar things of engine which we see in commercial aircrafts, as you can see in the picture. These kind of things are create a force in a linear motion, which does not deviate the air for the motion. And the next thing is delta wing. Delta wing is basically a concept of triangle, of which are used in fighter type aircrafts and more aircraft like which goes beyond 1,500 km per hour speed in a real life. Next is dihedral wings. Dihedral wings are as many tangential lines between the small wings of an aircraft, which adjusted the airfoil of the aircraft while creating a more lift force and drag force for takeoff and landing. These are the low, mid, and high wings. These are the three type of wings used in every type of aircraft which we've seen before. The low wings type of aircraft which are mostly used in delta wing and racing type paraplanes. Mid wing type airplane are used like for commercial planes and for cargo planes. And high wing type aircraft which are used like buggy planes and cargo planes, even even gliders. Next we see about multi-copter, UAV and drone section. In this, the first one is single copter, which we all known as a helicopter. It's a single shaft rotation, but it also has a servo motor connector. It based on the helicopter whether it has a wings or two wings. If it has a four wings, we have four control system of servo motor. If it has two wings, we'll be having a two control system of servo motors. While the aircraft propeller is rotating, it does not change any angle in the propeller. But while takeoff, the servo motor change a linear angle in the propeller for giving thrust and for landing in the track. The next thing is dual copter. As we seen in the video of the how the propeller orientation rotates, it is the concept of a two wing motors, which we maybe seen in a movie of clockwise and counterclockwise rotation. It is a less efficiency and less power lifting type drones, which are not in a commercial planes. It just is a concept or maybe an RC model. And tricopters. Tricopters are exactly know how it names like three blades in a y direction. The left side corner and below corner rotates in a clockwise direction, and right side is a counterclockwise direction. The backward motor can either rotate in clockwise direction or either in anti-clockwise rotation, but it's attached with a servo motor, which exactly functions like a helicopter's tail rotor, which change in a left or right direction to turn the yaw direction of the drone. Quadcopter. It has a two types of X4 quadcopter type plus 4 quadcopter type. X4 quadcopter type is the most usual type of quadcopter we have ever seen, which forms an X direction of forward two motors, backward two motors. But in a plus type quadcopter, there's a single motor for forward, single motor for backward, single motor for left, and single for right. We can see the motor orientation in this left side diagram. Next one is the hexacopter. Even this also had two types of X hexacopter, Y6 hexacopter. Hexacopter has a six motors, which creates a which acts as a basic drone model. But meanwhile, the Y hexacopter are the upgraded version of a tricopter with two motors, one in a top direction and another one motor in a upside down direction. But the propeller will be phased in a clockwise and the downside motor will be in a anti-clockwise to create a perfect thrust. These type of model are created to be in a compact way and as well as it produce more thrust, more lifting capacity. The same concept is applied in a octocopter. Octocopter is nothing but 8 motors. The same type of octocopter are known as X8 octocopter, which are similar to a quadcopter, but with a 4 motors of straight 4 motors and upside down 4 motors. And the motor orientation is shown in the picture of clockwise and downside motors anti-clockwise direction. These type of modifiers are done because to reduce the size of the drone and to increase the efficiency of the drone to carry heavy weights and more power. This is the hybrid aircraft which I'm talked about, known as VTOL. It can the basic of the drone is to take off vertically, and the basic of the aircraft is to take off horizontally. These can do both vertical takeoff as well as horizontal takeoff. The main reason for inventing this aircraft because a quadcopter which has a 4 motors consumes more power for takeoff and traveling. As meanwhile, a single rotor aircraft consumes less power, cover a long range of traveling. So combining of both this quadcopter and aircraft, it can travel in a more efficient way and it can take off vertically. So it doesn't need any runway to take off. And with the power of a vertical engine, it can travel for a long distance to cover a long range. The future applications. The future applications of the drones are aerial photography for journalism and films and shipping and delivery, even space search. But in space search, we need a small modification of either using the propeller engine, we will be using a jet engine or small gases which produce a little thrust in space search. And it also has a data arrangement system for knowing the disaster management. Even the thermal sensor can be added for in a rescue operation to scan the thermal energy of a person if to rescue them. And a geographic mapping. This is the main purpose of drone which we invented for, and this is the current trend which is going on the market. It's also known as aerial mapping. The main purpose of this thing is to 3D scan a whole field to create a 3D virtual model of the field, which can be used for various purposes like industries, building industries, and etc. Precision crop monitoring. It can be also used in agriculture for crop monitoring using artificial intelligence and also the crop virtual reality based. Even the even the drones are used for unmanned cargo transport. Since the drones are more efficient or lifting weights, it can even use for deliveries and cargo shipments. And the main purpose of the drone is also for controlling the surveillance. In Chennai, we have seen most of the trouble for which the drones are used recently for the surveillance in Corona times, like that. The drones rules in India. Don't fly drone more than 400 feet from the ground level. The reason of this rule because a basic level of commercial aircrafts and helicopters are fly above 400 feet. To avoid the crash damage from the commercial aircraft or helicopters, the rules has been made to fly below 400 feet. And the another reason of the drone should not fly near a airport and for no drone zone because the drone has a 2.4 GHz transmitter which interferes with the aircraft signal. And also the drone has a very sharp propeller and high motor rotation speed, so it should not be operated in a public place or even stadiums, etc. because it can cause damage. Drone pilot. For becoming a drone pilot in India, the Civil Aviation Ministry has announced you can be a drone pilot anyone for a human need for various applications in the market for commercial and non-commercial users. Above the age of 18 or 10 pass certificates, you can join an institution and get a DGCA certificate and medical checkup for being a drone pilot. With the training, you can also be a commercial pilot for up to the age of 65 with a little more courses and with training. These are the five categories of drone which are allowed in India. Nano category, which are less than 250 grams. This nano category drones does not require any license or pilot license to fly in either any place. But the limit of the aircraft is to fly under 120 feet. Next, the micro category. The micro category of drones are above 250 grams and less than 2 kg. These type of drone used for research purposes and for projects. Third one is small. The small type category of drones are above 2 kg and less than 25 kg. These type of drones are used in industrial purposes for aerial mapping, surveillance, and etc. Medium. Next, the medium type of drones are above 25 kg and less or equal to 150 kg. These type of drones are used as a unmanned aerial vehicle for long range surveillance and etc. Fifth one, large. These type of drones are above 150 kg, which are used for cargo shipment and delivery, etc. Next, drone making. For making a drone, it requires few parts of the basic equipments, from which the first one is BLDC motor, which is known as a brushless DC motor, which we have seen in the video. This brushless DC motor has a unique function of converting a induced coil into a plasma coil. It creates a tune of for indicating the function of the drone, whether it's ready or not ready. It indicates with a plasma indication inside the motor coil with the help of the electronic pulses flown through a electronic speed controller. Is the electronic speed controller which converts a minimum amount of DC voltage to a three-phase induction motor AC voltage to run the BLDC motor, and also it transfers the signal to the transmitter and receiver system to control the motor. Next, the flight controller. The flight controller is one of the main component, which is also known as the motherboard of the UAV as well as the drone. For controlling the aircraft and to maintain the stability in the air, it needed because it has a gyroscope inbuilt with a PID tuning programmed inbuilt, or it can also be customized. By adding a GPS module and a telemetry module, it can also be an autonomous drone for the various purposes. Next, the transmitter and the receiver. Usual type of transmitter receiver which used in toy cars are not in this field because these type of transmitter produce a 2.4 GHz transmission system from the transmitter to receiver. It does not require any intermediate device to connect with the receiver. These receivers absorb the command function from the transmitter and follow the instruction to the flight controller. Through the flight controller, the drone of the operation is followed. These are the basic components of the drone, which are frame, battery, and propeller. The frame is the most important thing to construct for balancing the center of gravity and hold the strength of the weight which are added. The battery can be customized up to a minimum and maximum weight up to the drone can be carried, and also the flight time which can also be customized by increasing and decreasing the mAh of the battery. Based on the drone size, the size of the propeller can also be changed. The basic type of propeller can give a thrust of 4.5 in an inch thrust in a single revolution of thrust. But considering these type of propellers are two wings, three wings, and four wings type propellers, which can be customized according to the purpose of the drone which we're building. And this is the final product of whole new type of unmanned aerial vehicle which we built with our team before 2 years. These type of drones are known as an ornithopter, which are not a drone, not an aircraft. It flies exactly like a bird. It doesn't seem any propeller powered engine. It's just flying with the help of the flaps. This video doesn't seems very clear, but I just had this video. You can see the movement of the wings, which really looks like an exact real bird. Even the roll, pitch, yaw direction can also be controlled in this ornithopter. And this is the one of the successful ornithopter built in India. Thank you. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions regarding the topic, you can ask.
Actually, I have one question. I have a
Yeah,
question.
ask me.
Increase or decrease battery mAh?
Yeah, உங்க என்ன டவுட் இருக்கோ கேட்கலாம்.
What's the process involved in decreasing or increasing battery mAh?
By increasing the battery mAh, ஒரு ட்ரோனுக்கு மினிமமா இவ்வளவு வெயிட் தூக்க முடியும், மேக்ஸிமம் இவ்வளவு வெயிட் தூக்க முடியும் தான் இருக்கும். mAh ரொம்ப அதிகமா போட்டா பேட்டரி வெயிட் ரொம்ப இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். அண்ட் நம்பர் ஆஃப் செல் கவுண்ட்ஸ், ஒரு செல்க்கு 3.7 வோல்டேஜ் பேட்டரி தான் இருக்கும். பிகாஸ் இட்ஸ் அ லித்தியம் பாலிமர் பேட்டரி. ஒரு செல் 3.7 வோல்ட் நம்மளுக்கு வோல்டேஜ் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆக mAh இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும்னா மல்டிபிள் செல்ஸ் வைக்கணும். பட் அதை ரெடியூஸ் பண்றதுக்கு நம்ம என்ன பர்பஸ் யூஸ் பண்ண போறோம், ட்ரோனோட த்ரஸ்ட் எவ்வளவு கொடுக்கும், எவ்வளவு வெயிட் தூக்க முடியுமோ அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி mAh போடுறதா ட்ரோனோட எஃபிஷியன்சி ரொம்ப பெட்டரா இருக்கும்.
தேங்க்யூ. அண்ட் அப்புறம் பிளாஸ்மா காயில்னா என்னன்னு கொஞ்சம் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணாங்க.
பிளாஸ்மா காயில் நம்ம நிறைய மூவிஸ்ல பார்த்துப்போம், இல்ல வீடியோஸ்ல பார்த்துப்போம். இட் ப்ரொடியூசஸ் சவுண்ட் பை அயனைசிங் த மாய்ஸ்சர் கண்டென்ட் ஃப்ரம் த ஏர். ஒரு ஹை வோல்டேஜ் எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி வெளியே பாஸ் பண்ணி அது மாய்ஸ்சர் கண்டென்ட் அயனைஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு சவுண்ட் கிரியேட் பண்ணும். அது வந்து அந்த மோட்டருக்குள்ளேயே நடக்கும். எப்படின்னா, இப்போ நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு மோட்டர் ஆன் பண்றோம், இட் கிவ்ஸ் இண்டிகேஷன் லைக் டின் டின் டின், விச் மீன்ஸ் இட் த மோட்டர் இஸ் ரெடி டு டேக் ஆஃப். பட் நார்மல் மோட்டர்ஸ்ல இந்த மாதிரி சவுண்ட் நம்ம கேட்க முடியாது. அந்த இஎஸ்சில இருந்து ஜென்ரேட் ஆகிற பல்ஸ் வந்து மோட்டர் மூலியமா நம்மளுக்கு அந்த சவுண்ட் கிரியேட் பண்ணுது. அந்த இந்த கான்ஃபிகரேஷன் வந்து இஎஸ்சில வேற டைப் ஆஃப் கான்ஃபிகரேஷன் ஃபார் லைக் 3 to 4 சிக்னல்ஸ் இருக்கு. அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி மியூசிக் சேஞ்ச் ஆகும்.
தேங்க்யூண்ணா.
Hope you got your answers. Any more questions? So let me ask a question. இந்த drones பத்தி already இருக்காத ideas இருக்கா? Anyone? It's fine, okay. யாருக்காவது இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கா கத்துக்கணும்னு? No one interested, ah? Okay. Sir?
சார் சொல்லுங்க அகிலேஷ்.
Sir, session
ஓகே,
முடிஞ்சது.
நீங்க க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அதை அவங்க ஃபாலோ பண்ணிடுவாங்க.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you for your nice presentation.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. The session was really amazing and we could hear your knowledge. Now it's time for the quiz.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable presentation regarding drone. So now it's time for quiz related to drone. So, sir, can you please stop sharing your screen? Thank you, sir. So, I request all the participants kindly open your browser and type the URL as www.kagu.it. I request the participants kindly open your browser and type the URL as www.kagu.it.
Actually, ma'am, it's asking for a game pin.
Yeah, it's coming, pa. Just give a minute. So your game pin is 5354682. Players, your game pin is 5354682. Five three five four six eight two. Kindly join with your full name. Then only at the end of the winners list we can give a e-certificate. Join immediately. Yes, now we have 5 participants. Your game pin is 5354682. So participants kindly join immediately. We have 10 multiple choice question related to drone. Okay, it's time to start our quiz. So our first question, when was the first drone invented? So we have four choices. First choice, 1849, 1898, 1915, 1925. So time up, 3, 2, 1. So first answer, 1849 is right answer. Only one member give first right answer. So we move to the next question. So scoreboard, as Vinod Kumar, highest position, 5 on 5 marks. So second question, what does UAS stand for? What does UAS stand for? Unmanned aerial system, unstructured airborne system, undetermined authorization system, and fourth option, all the above. So 5 members give the right answer. So now our scoreboard. So Tamil Arasi with the 896 points. Congratulations. So we can move to the third question. Who is called as Prince of Drones? So options are Nicola Tesla, Ethini Omikan, Reginald Denny, Frank Wong. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6 answers we gave. So 4 members give right answer. So now go for scoreboard. Ruvanya, 1442 points. Okay, let's move on the next question. Number 4. How much weights can a multi-rotor carry? How much weights can a multi-rotor carry? 5 kilograms, 10 kilograms, 3 kilograms, 15 kilograms. Okay, we have 3 right answers. So now it's time for scoreboard. Now Vidya with 1982 points. Okay, we can move for next. Drones can be controlled by remote control system or a ATC, radar, ground control station, ILS. Drones can be controlled by remote control system or another option. Yes. So 2 members give right answer. This is ground control station is the right answer. So we now scoreboard. Tamil Arasi with 2429 points. So next question, number 6. VTOL stands for vertical takeoff and landing, vertical takeoff along latitude, vertical taxiing and landing, vertical takeoff along latical axis. So 3 members give right answers. This is vertical takeoff and landing. So now time for scoreboard. Yes, Kavya, 2772 points. Good. Now move for next question. Question number 7. The aircraft fly based on first option, Newton's third law, conservation of mass, second option, third Brownlee's principle, then fourth option gravity. Yes, time up. So no right answers. Okay, this right answer is Brownlee's principle. So now move on scoreboard. Kavya with 2,772 points. So move for eighth question. A of n dash is the shape of an aeroplane's wing. Options are flap, yaw, roll, airfoil. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Now the answer, only one member give right answer. This is airfoil. So now scoreboard. Again Kavya with the same points, 2,772 points. Okay, we are moving to next question, number 9. An octocopter UAV has how many propellers? So options 8, 6, 4, 5. Yes. So 5 members give right answer. This is option with answer 5. So now move for scoreboard. Yes, Kavya, 3,300 points. So we move for last question. Question number 10. Which device on UAV provides altitude data? Which device on UAV provides altitude data? Options are barometer, GPS, gimbal, speed controller. Yes. Okay. So now speed controller is the right answer. Now move for screen. Podium. Final winner. Third place Ruanya. Second place Tamilarasi. And the first place goes to Kavya with 3,300 points. Is good. So I requested Kavya, Tamilarasi and Ruvanya kindly type your mail ID on chat box for getting e-certificate. Okay. So kindly type your mail ID on chat box immediately.
I'm grateful to the esteemed delegates of the webinar for their presence and effort in making this event a great success. I also extend my sincere thanks to our honored resource person and the heads of Department, Humanity and Science, CSE, IT, ECE, EEE, AADS, AAML, Civil, Mechanical, CSBS, and Cybersecurity. The participants are requested to fill the feedback link which is provided in the chat box.